Hi, I'm SAFA and I'm pursuing a post-graduation in English. And I just want to talk about ethics. Like Wikipedia gave the meaning of ethics as it's a branch of philosophy which actually focuses on the moral behavior, moral language, and moral concept like justice, virtue, and like that. And of course, it has a lot of categories, like there is business ethics and there is feminism, there is religious ethics and more like that. And actually here focus on altruism, which is actually one of the category of ethics, which is meaning like that it's actually helping somebody without expecting anything in return. Like you're sacrificing your life for somebody or something, like you're placing others' interests above your interests. You're just being a sacrificial animal here and helping completely another human being and neglecting who you are. It's actually, you're not expecting anything in return. But still there is an exception that you can find satisfaction or something, a goodness while helping somebody. Or sometimes it will help you to like move on your own personal challenges. And sometimes it's like, it may be focused or it may be targeted by your culture, your social norms to help somebody, even though you not wish to. It's just like you're completely focused your life. Like if you've been too much altruistic, you're completely focused on helping somebody, sacrifice your life and not expecting anything in return. But still, like how you become an altruistic? Like there's a lot of options. We mainly, or you or me, whatever, we mainly focus on helping somebody if it is so much close to you. Like we focus on helping who are like your close relatives, like your parents, your siblings, your wife, your husband, like that. And sometimes you feel like you're doing a reciprocal altruism, like you know that this person will help you in the future, or you know that this person has already helped you in the past. And there's a lot of ways that altruism can be interpreted, and it's just like that. It's like you're being altruistic because it's like there is kindness, there is generosity, there is benevolence working there. Some theorists demand that it's all about because of your kindness, you're generous. But some theorists demand that there is no kindness, there is no generosity while you being altruistic. It's only because of it's your duty, it's your moral duty to serve others, to place others' interests above yours. It's just like that. And mainly it works when it is like your close relatives, like gene copying. That means you focus on mainly helping somebody if that somebody is actually your relatives. Like you can see while watching the news or whatever, if any disaster happens, the parents are forced to protect their children, like even though don't mind about their body, don't mind about what happened to them, but still they are forced to protect and serve their children first. That's kind of a gene copying, and that's kind of a altruism with gene copying actually. And finally, it's like theorists demands that you're being altruistic because you have to serve others first, you have to sacrifice your life first, and you have to live for not for your sake, you have to live for the rent for others. And it is like you're completely being a sacrificial animal. That's why the human beings are called as a sacrificial human like that. Because we are completely spending our life for somebody without expecting anything in return. Like when we move to the religious aspects of altruism, like when we come to Islam, it's actually we help somebody without expecting anything in return. But still there is a point that is Allah watches everything. Like we did all this altruism, helping somebody in the name of devotion, and still there is an exception that we are expecting something in reward from another world. But still we are not expecting anything from that particular person, but still we are expecting something from Allah because we know that Allah is watching. That's the kind of the religious perspective of this altruism. And coming to theory of Darwin, Darwin demands natural selection, like that the people only or the animals only like cooperate with a thing which is only beneficial for that particular animal for its survival. But according to altruism, here the animal is actually sacrificing himself for another animal. So this Darwin's idea is actually a kind of becoming struggling because of the idea of altruism. That's why that people demands that, or some theorists demands that people can stand with science for long, from his birth to his death. He can stand with science only, but still he struggled to find the moral things, like what is right, what is wrong. He struggled to find the moral science in his life. That's why people go for the religion actually, to find the basic moral things, because they couldn't find out this moral ethics because of the science. So coming to the personal life, like for me and whatever happens to around us, that is altruism, just how it works in the relationships. It's actually, I focus on saying with my personal experience how does altruism work. Like surveys demand that altruistic marriage is like placing my interest above my wife. It's not working. It's only work when placing her interest first and then my interest. So the theorist demands that this kind of marriage works. So if both partners is actually kind of sacrificing themselves for their partner, this marriage will work. Like that's like the theorist demands. But still, there is an exception. What happens is that when you are being too much altruistic, you are too much sacrificing your life for somebody, like your health, your time, your money and everything for a person, and still you are not expecting anything return, but still you are being too much altruistic. What happens is that you become a victim of this altruism. Like what is self-love? Self-love is something taking important to our interest than anybody. So we feel like self-love is actually the opposite of altruism. But it's not. It's like the man who have no self-love, he couldn't help somebody, some person too. It's like you can't love another person. If he's loving himself, then only he can love another one. So actually, this altruism or altruistic love and self-love is actually inseparable. But in the case of marriages or whatever happens in surroundings, one partner become completely altruistic or sacrificing himself for somebody or like his partner. But what happens is that this particular person become completely sacrificed, and he completely sacrifices time, his money, mainly health. And what he gets is that nothing in return, and actually he become a victim. So too much altruism is actually the evil part of this altruism. Sometimes you may be forced to sacrifice your mind and your thoughts to somebody's thoughts. That's also become an evil part of altruism. So altruism mainly is negative is actually if you are too much altruistic, you have to spend your mind, your thoughts to somebody's ideas. And also when you're too much altruistic, you will lose to love yourself. And at last you become a victim. So for coming from my personal experience, it's like when you are being too much altruistic in your relation, that's with your husband, that is with your friend, whatever, but still when you are being too much altruistic, you become a victim. That what is actually telling that is when you are being altruistic or you need to sacrifice your life for somebody, that you want to note that in case of marriage, don't think or don't conclude that this partner or this life is all about your complete idea of your or path of your life, and completely become too much altruistic to that person, and at the end you didn't get nothing in return and you will lose in your life. Actually you become a victim, and at last this partner will demand say who tell you to do this kind of behavior, that is spending too much sacrifice too much time on me, and that will be the reply from them. Probably it will be like that. So you can be altruistic or you can sacrifice something for your partner, but still mind about that. Don't become too much altruistic, because at the end you will be the victim and will be lost your life. Actually it's like you become a failure, and it's like you're broken in your life. That's what all about I have to tell about this altruism. That is category of this ethics, morality and everything, and how it works in a marriage is actually in our personal life and is actually surrounding whatever. That's all about it. And thank you.